Miami Road Games is at Dangerous Minds Brewing Company at the Pompano City Mall, where they'll feature all the Inter Miami games. Follow them on Twitter at Dangerous Minds B and Facebook and Instagram at Dangerous Minds Brewing, and visit them at dangerousmindsbrewing.com.
Hey, it's Big O for EJD Construction, your custom home builder, additions and home remodeling. Our lives have changed. We're making our homes more of an oasis. Call the right place. Call the right people. Eric at EJD Construction for over 16 years. A-rated member of Angie's List and the Better Business Bureau. 305-433-4843. That's 305-433-4843 for EJDconstruction.com.
At Onside Radio, we're your home for all sports, and we give gaming culture the platform it deserves.
Fortnite. Once the world's top video game has once again alienated their player base, this time banning all wagers. Epic has now banned all forms of wagers and has even sent personal emails to top streamers warning them they will be banned if they are caught engaging in said wagers. Ending this practice seems to be the cherry on top that once again got RIP Fortnite trending on Twitter.
Keep up with the latest in gaming and e-news daily. Subscribe to Onside Radio on most platforms. Your home for gamers worldwide. OnsideRadio.com. Wake up and good morning. Welcome to Toasted Sports.
What day is it today?
First thing Monday morning.
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 God, I feel rough.
Monday is the worst.
Oh, hello. Good morning. Here I am.
Ready to start the day.
Not really.
But I have hope. And coffee. And coffee.
So bring it on. I can take it.
All right, you asked for it.
What is it?
Toast time.
Here's Toast.
Monday morning. Welcome to Toasted Sports, off and crawling. Streaming live on OnsideRadio.com. I am Toast, as always. Sean Stanley sitting shotgun.
I apologize, Toast.
All good,
I'm
brother.
sorry.
All good, my man. All good. All good. How are you doing, Shawnee?
Good until about 10 seconds ago.
I am doing well, so I come in here and I do not see a bottle of Clamato anywhere. I do not see any gobstoppers anywhere. So I think I made it.
I
think I made it.
It's iffy. It's iffy there.
It's iffy.
Yes.
It's iffy. So here's what went down. On Friday, we went ahead and decided that.
No, it's Thursday.
Was it Thursday?
You
Oh, it's
went away-
Thursday.
you went
Yes, that's right. It was
away.
Thursday.
Yes.
Before the draft started, that it would be nothing but positivity from my Twitter account at IBToast, and I think I did a phenomenal job. Now I know at one point yesterday, I think it is, you saw one of my tweets and you threw it out as a question, like, "Hey, I need a ruling."
I needed a ruling there. You're going after a man of the cloth.
I wasn't going after. Dude, that's not a negative. I was telling a funny story, a funny anecdote.
I mean, if our confessional's not enough, now you're going after the man of the cloth.
So I went golfing this weekend for the first time in like 20 months. So I love golf. Before, about 6 months before the pandemic hit, I got a frozen shoulder and had to rehab or whatever. So I didn't golf for the 6 to 8 months before, about the 6 months before leading into the pandemic. So didn't golf at all during the pandemic. So I golfed for the first time in almost 2 years on Saturday. My buddy Dave Lamont, who was on the show on Friday, was in a tournament. I'm not gonna say where the tournament was because I want to protect the guilty. So I don't want to give it all away.
Now, was this at a course that you would normally play at, or because
I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say that.
Well, no, without saying that. But you wouldn't be able to get on the course if it wasn't, because like I, what's the course?
Oh no, it's a public course. No, it's a course. It's not nothing private. Like no, you would. Anybody can golf this course any day if they call up and they ask for a tee time. Yeah, that's not.
Okay.
This isn't one of those exclusive sort of places like that.
All right.
So anyway, so I show, and I don't know what the charities are. All I'm told is that I've got a free spot for a charitable golf tournament. Starts at 8 a.m. Saturday morning. I'm like, boom, I'm in. And I'll see my buddy Dave Lamont. Haven't golfed with him in a long-ass time. So I show up at the golf course. It's like 7:50. And I see Dave. And I kind of find my cart, and I notice that, I'm not sitting with Dave.
Dave left that out?
So when these golf tournaments happen, normally there's two foursomes per hole. So you'll have two foursomes at each hole to start off, and so there's like 10A and 10B. So I was in the 10A, he was in the 10B. So he was in the foursome right behind us. So I am golfing with 3 complete and total strangers. Never met them before. Don't know them from Adam. Never met these guys in my life. So this whole event has a religious theme to it because it's for a religious organization. I'm not a religious person. I was raised religious. That left me real quick.
No way.
Oh, yeah. By the time I was a teenager, I got that out of my system.
I couldn't tell.
Yeah. I was an altar boy the whole deal, but yeah, we won't get into that. But yeah, I got issues with religion, especially of the organized nature. So we sit there and we start golfing, and what I quickly realize is that one of the guys in my foursome is the pastor for the other 2 guys. Right? They go to they go to his the place where he preaches. And so he is their pastor. So I was like, all right, so they all know each other. All good. They're all very nice gentlemen. So we're golfing. And it is, I guess we are, 5-6 holes in. And the pastor's keeping the scorecard. Man of the cloth.
What can go wrong?
Exactly. He cheats. I'm like, wait, what? So here's the interesting thing about these tournaments. Because these tournaments are all about raising money for whatever charity is attached, before the tournament starts, you can buy stuff. You can buy mulligans. You can, which is an extra shot. Let's say everybody on your foursome, they have a bad shot. We all have 4 bad shots in a row, and someone wants to hit again. You can use one of the mulligans that you pre-purchased with that money going to it's a way for them to goose up the amount of money to the charity. It's awesome. It's great.
Yeah, it's a smart move.
And it's a fun little thing, like so folks can get second shots. And, dude, awesome. All good. It's been going on at golf tournaments for as long as I've been alive. Awesome stuff. But there's an issue with that. And that if you're going to do a mulligan, you have to say you're going to do a mulligan before you take the shot. So what happened is all 4 of us have a putt for birdie. Okay?
All right.
All 4 of us missed the putt for birdie.
Oh.
It was like a 15-foot putt. It wasn't a little tap in, but so all 4 of us miss it.
Terrible.
Pastor drops his ball, takes another shot at it, and sinks it. And then says, "Oh, you know what? I'm going to use my mulligan for that."
There we go.
And I'm like, well, now, hang on a second. Let's come on now. You got to call it first.
Let's talk this out.
Golf is a gentleman's game. It's an honorable game. Yep. You got to call that first. No. And so basically it was left, Pastor, you do whatever you think is right. Pastor went ahead, gave us a birdie.
He did what he thought was right. That's what I'm talking about.
And I was like, are you kidding me? All right. I mean, listen, I guess it would have been worse if I saw him kick his ball.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Pick it up and roll it into the
Yeah, exactly. I was like, oh my God. I'm like, all right, well, so here's so there you go. We've set the bar. Pastor's cheating
6 holes
golf.
in, you know what you can do
I know
now.
what I'm dealing with now. Hey, listen, glad to see he's a human like the rest of us. Glad to see that he has faults just like the rest of us. And I will say this, so this is the funny thing. So because I'm with a preacher, I had to watch my tongue, Sean.
That had to be probably the toughest part.
And playing golf for the first time in 2 years, not being able to curse my bad shots, of which there were plenty.
I'm sure.
20 months off. There was no shortage of poor shots for the first time golfing in 20 months. So I had to catch myself a couple times from saying, taking the Lord's name in vain or saying a bad swear word or whatever. But I was fascinated by his choice of words when he has a bad shot, because he didn't have a ton of great shots as well.
Did you get the Schnikes or anything?
No, but I got a phrase that I can't remember the last time I heard this phrase. I honestly cannot remember it must maybe a cartoon I heard it in, like Elmer Fudd said it. I don't know. Dag nabbit.
Oh.
Dag nabbit.
Dag nabbit.
Anytime he had a bad shot, dag nabbit.
Oh, you know, that was a shank.
Dag nabbit. I'm like, 1930s called, bro. They like the vernacular back.
Should have been like, shh, we're hunting for wabbit.
I'm like, dag nabbit. I'm like, all right, Elmer.
You should have started yelling it too.
You gotta be, all right, so that's what if you were curious, what the men of the cloth, when they want to curse and they can't curse, and they say dag nabbit apparently. Dag nabbit is what. So listen, we had a good time. I think we ended up finishing like, I don't know, 10, 12 under, which isn't very good for a scramble like that, because it's all four. Yeah, you play the best ball and everything like that. But we had a good time. They were good guys. We had fun. I'm not going to out them. Not going to out the pastor's name or the church or anything like that, because I don't want to. Listen, I have a feeling down here if I mention the pastor's name, oh, I know that guy. Oh, no, yeah. You know, like, hell no.
Way, yeah.
I ain't going down that road. Hell no.
You thought your Twitter was bad before,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, exactly. I'm not getting targeted by an entire parish. Hell no. No, I'm not going to let that happen. So, but that was a great time. Thank you, Dave Lamont. There was one other thing we get out there. And Dave goes to me, he's like, hey, man, you want to go, Stansel's here. You want to go say hi? So Steve Stansel is a longtime DJ in the market. Well, was a long time ago. When I started Zeta, he was the afternoon guy. But Stansel doesn't like me. And he made that very clear a couple years ago.
What? There are people that don't like you?
And a lot of people, I don't know why, a lot of people don't find me to be a charming, warm individual.
I find you so charming.
I find myself charming as hell too. So he we had to keep our distance from him, because I didn't want to start a thing at a church going sort of an event. You know, I wanted to. Yeah, you know, I don't want.
You're talking about getting your name on front page,
right? Tell me about it. So it was a good time. Good time. Glad I got it. Now I got to get out and golf more often. So I got a little color. I got the little sunburn in the back of my neck. So I got a redneck now, legitimately. My translucence is a little less translucent. But yeah, man, I got to get back to getting the golfer tan going on. That would be.
So how often were you golfing when you were golfing? Like every once a month?
No. Like golfing, I would be golfing like once, twice a week.
Oh wow.
Oh okay. Yeah. I would do listen, man. I hate golfing on the weekends. It's too many folks out there. But doing a gig like this, I can have a 10:30 tee time on a Wednesday, and that's awesome. That's when you want to golf.
Not many people out there.
Oh hell no! Yeah, you want the working day special. You want to get out there, pre-lunchtime during the week, and you can just blow through that course in like 3 hours. You can. Yeah, it's great. It is phenomenal. So, but listen, it's the only activity I do that gets me out of the house, because it's too damn hot to leave the house. It's just too damn hot to leave the house. I'm not gonna go for a jog, right? I mean, so if I'm gonna do anything, I'm not gonna go out on a boat.
Did you have the GPS on the golf carts, by the way?
Oh, yeah, they got the.
Yeah.
Oh, sure they do. Yeah. Oh, you got to have that. No, if I go to a golf course now that doesn't have GPS on the golf cart, it's upset. Because then you got to do it on your phone, which is fine, but it drains the hell out of your battery. And if you don't come prepared for that, then by the time you get to like the 12th hole, your battery's dead. And
you're much better at this than me. I didn't know that you could GPS it on your phone.
Oh, yeah. No, they got apps like Golf Logics, and they got a few different apps that you can get on your phone that'll have all the local courses on it. And they've had that for a long time. So you can, whether it's on the card or on your phone or whatever, you can absolutely get the GPS for the golf, which is good. Just so you know exactly how badly you suck at the game.
You know you're on the wrong hole.
Well, yeah. Hey, so this is I can hit my shot this many yards. Oh, apparently I can't. Okay, there you go. All right, plenty of stuff to talk about though. It was a huge weekend. We had the NFL draft, Dolphins getting very nice reviews, although I can see members of the fan base that were wigging out over certain picks that happened throughout the weekend. Had a great weekend for the Miami Heat. Now 5 games over 500, 35-30, I do believe. Got a big game against the Mavericks tomorrow night, couple against the Celtics coming up. Panthers had a nice victory over the weekend. They will play the Stars tonight. And then, man, another phenomenal result for Inter Miami. going to Nashville and getting a point when legit any decent attacking player we had was out of the game.
Yeah, I mean, we had a
the
17-year-old.
Higuain brothers were gone because their mother, rest in peace to her. We had Figal, our best attacking defender, pulls a hammy in warm-ups, so he's out of the game. I mean, thank God for Robbie Robinson and Lewis Morgan. But yeah, it was
Robinson got injured again last night. He re-aggravated the.
Did he re-aggravate it?
About 6 minutes into coming in, right after he got pulled down, 3 or 4 minutes later, he's out with the hamstring again.
So, but great. Listen, man, getting 3 points now out of the first 3 games. You had a win. You've got a draw.
And two of them
on the road.
Yep.
Exactly. Just huge. And Nashville, man, I'll tell you what, Nashville's got issues because that schedule for them, they're all front loaded. Like they've got like 11 of their first 11 games at home, and then at the second half of the season, they only have like 5 home games and 14 road games or something like that. Like they are, and they're dropping points at home like crazy right now. So we will cover all this stuff. We will start off with the NFL draft, how the Dolphins did, what your thoughts were on that. That is coming up next. This is OnSideRadio.com.
You can join Toasted Sports by text to 844-416-8123. That's 844-416-8123.
If you're a Miami sports fan, then there's only one store to go to, and that's Caneswear at Miami Fanwear in Davie. They're your one-stop shop for all your Inter Miami CF, Canes, Dolphins, Panthers, and Marlins merchandise. They have hats, t-shirts, game day jerseys, and so much more. Located at 2511 South University Drive in Davie, and open 24/7 online at caneswear.com or intermiamiwear.com. Call them at 954-835-5597. Caneswear, the spot where Inter Miami and all Miami sports fans shop.
Inter Miami CF, your official furniture and mattress store, is here. City Furniture is your #1 home source for the trends you want at the prices you'll love, including exclusive City Furniture collections, the widest selection of styles, affordable home accents, mattresses starting at just $99 and more. Create the home of your dreams fast with next day delivery, plus get 60 months special financing with no down payment. Because City Furniture is here to make it easy so everyone can live life like this, visit cityfurniture.com.
WLESPN, broadcasting from a largely empty building. And we do sports.
It's just not local.
Shush, honey.
Why is the building empty?
Because whether it be budget cuts or stupid management, we've fired almost everybody.
Ooh, but we still have our job live and local.
At least the building is.
We've got your sports.
South Florida's choice for sports talk. OnSideRadio.com.
Hey, what's up? It's Toast. May is here, which means hurricane season right around the corner. You need to get PGT custom windows and doors installed in your house so that you're fully protected when we get a big storm coming on through. For those windows, only one place to call. My buddies at B&T Windows and Doors. They've been doing it in South Florida for decades, and they will set you up with the best in the business. PGT Custom Windows and Doors. 954-233-0126. That's 954-233-0126 for B&T Windows and Doors.
There's no need to drive around South Florida wasting valuable time looking for a new or certified pre-owned Acura. Go to the #1 volume sales dealership in the Southeast United States. Craig Zinn's Acura of Pembroke Pines. Purchase with pace and space in a dealership tailored to your needs. From home buying to providing that personal touch. Contact the 2020 Satisfaction Award winner Craig Zinn's Acura of Pembroke Pines. 888-776-5123. That's 888-776-5123. Or visit them at 15601 Pines Boulevard in Pembroke Pines.
Inter Miami fans, time to find out more about your favorite soccer team with OnSideRadio.com's IMCF Football Focus. Here's Austin Robillard.
After a 0-0 draw to Nashville on Sunday, Inter Miami end their first road trip of the season, gaining 4 out of 6 points in 2 matches against Nashville and Philadelphia. They go back home Sunday on Mother's Day against Atlanta, looking to keep the momentum up. Phil Neville was working with a depleted squad against Nashville SC as the Higuain brothers and Julian Carranza were out. Pizarro was a doubt and Robbie Robinson was also a doubt, but they both made it. Unfortunately, it seems that Robbie Robinson re-injured his leg, so we will be keeping tabs on that. But for now, 0-0 against Nashville is quite the result.
Keep up with the latest on La Rosa Negra by subscribing on most platforms. Search Onside Radio. Now back to Toasted Sports. To reach out, send a text to 844-416-8123. That's 844-416-8123. Here's Toast.
$822. Second segment, Toasted Sports, streaming live on OnsideRadio.com. Check us out on YouTube, on Twitch. Follow, set for notifications, please. NFL draft went down over the weekend, and what a draft it was for your Miami Dolphins. Let us break down, so just so you know, according to PFF, Dolphins got a draft grade of B+. According to Mel Kiper, Dolphins got a draft grade of an A. So, according to PFF, Dolphins had the third best draft in the division. They had the Pats with an A+, the Jets with an A, Dolphins with a B+, and Bills with a B. See how that all works out. But let's go over these picks. So we all know first day, first round. We talked about this on Friday. But Jalen Waddle at number 6. Jalen, the Miami guy, Phillips at number 18. So you got your wide receiver, you've got your edge rusher. And then everything we know kind of opens up. So I get down to Sports Grill Miami, Bird Road Friday night for rounds 2 and 3. Dolphins got that early pick at 36. And everybody in the entire establishment is collectively waiting. They've got their breaths held for one Javonte Williams to be drafted, the running back that all Canes fans know well because, well, the Canes really gave him his NFL career.
Yeah.
With that insane 300-yard rushing performance against the Canes at Hard Rock Stadium.
Nobody could stop him in that.
Nobody could. Hell, no one could stop Michael Clark that night, that day. He had 200 yards. The guy behind him.
Imagine him running 8 games at Hard Rock that way.
I was saying, it would have been nice. Would have been nice.
Leading
rusher. Dolphins are sitting there, and who was it? The Broncos.
Yeah.
Trade up one spot in front of the Dolphins, and they take him. They go ahead and they take him. So that, and I'll tell you what, I think Chris Grier was possibly relieved because I don't think Chris Grier was going to take him regardless. So here's my thing on the running back. I know all of you guys wanted a running back, and I get it. And hey, listen, they got Jared Dokes from Cincinnati, round 7, number 244, 10 picks after they got Myles Gaskin, I believe it was last year. So here's my thing with the running backs. The running back for me is the last piece this team needs. When you're building a team, the running back has the shortest lifespan. Also, the running back is the easiest position to find later on in the draft, okay? You don't have to spend a first-round pick on a running back. You can find those guys later on in the draft. So my thing is with it being the last piece is you need to first make sure, all right, when it comes to a career standpoint, you want your quarterback and your wide receivers to be a couple years ahead of your running back because the running back is going to have, at the best, in average, at best, 3 to 5 years. Okay? That contract, that second contract, you're going to be paying them for what they did on the first contract. But they're not going to be as good as they were in the first contract because that's just the way it works as a running back. By the time you hit year 5, 6, you've been hit so many times, you're not quite as fast as you were when you were first or second year player. That's just the reality of it. So for me, it's like perfect example, all right? Perfect example. The Indianapolis Colts, when they got Peyton Manning, they already had Marshall Faulk in the backfield. Marshall Faulk was ahead of Peyton Manning development-wise, okay? Yeah. So what did they do? They moved him to St. Louis so he could win now, and then they went ahead and they got Edge to after they already had Peyton in place, and look how beautifully that worked out. So that's my whole – that is what has set my thinking when it comes to the running back being the final piece that you need. So for me, listen, man, Dolphins had other things they had to fill. They had to find the wide receiver. They had to find a pass rusher. They needed help in this at the safety position. They needed help at tight end. They needed more offensive line help. All that stuff, to me, comes before running back. And according to Chris Grier, apparently it does too, because he got all of that and then took the running back with his very last pick he had in his pocket.
Yeah, I think it was a very smart, well-calculated draft. They knew, obviously, who they wanted.
Yep.
If you watched, everybody else was eating up time on the clock. The Dolphins, as soon as they went on the clock, the pick was almost in.
Absolutely.
So they had the board going, knowing, okay, if that guy's gone, then that's our pick.
Exactly.
If that guy's gone, that's our pick. They already know. So it's not like they just said, let me figure it out. And then a lot's been said now, too, also about the lineman from, I think it's Notre Dame.
Yeah, Liam
and
Eichenberg.
Then the tight end. Those kind of fell into the Dolphins' eyes because of what they did at the Senior Bowl when they got to spend so much time with these players.
Exactly. I know there was a little bit of criticism on the Javon Holland pick. I guess some folks had another safety that was rated above him. Way I saw is that Javon Holland was a little bit more of a Swiss Army knife safety where he can also play nickel corner. Exactly. He can move him around a little bit more. I think that is possibly the reason why they went with him. They say this Liam Eichenberg kid is a stud at the offensive line.
Some are saying he could start this year.
Exactly. The Hunter Long pick, I love it. Now, listen, I understand that there were a select number of Miami Hurricanes fans that wanted, Brevin Jordan to go. Listen, and we'll get into the Brevin Jordan thing. I love the Hunter Long pick.
I didn't at the time. I do now. Now that I got to look at it.
You take a look at what his game is. You also realize that this is Gesicki's final year, I believe, under his contract. He'll be a free agent.
Both of them.
Right? So you need to have, I would like to think that if he stays healthy, the Dolphins are going to extend Mike Gesicki because I like him as a player. I thought last year there was a good portion where he was our number one receiving option. He was the most consistent receiving option that we had.
100% agree.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm a fan of Gesicki, but you got to have two tight ends. And they rave about this kid, Hunter Long. He was rated ahead of Brevin. He stays on the field, doesn't get hurt as often, so I'm all for it. The last two guys, the round 7 guys, Larnell Coleman from Massachusetts, UMass, and then Jared Dokes, the running back from Cincinnati. I mean, those are total flyers. We'll see. I will say this, that Myles Gaskin, I believe, was 10 spots ahead of Jared Dokes last year. Myles Gaskin did pretty well for a 7th-round pick. I think with Gaskin, with Jared Dokes, remember Malcolm Brown, they signed as a free agent from the Los Angeles Rams. So listen, they obviously have bodies in there at running back, and they're going to see if any one of these guys can step up and take it. I believe that after this year is said and done, if Chris Grier's looking, he's like, all right, we've got everything. We've had a few really good drafts. We've got our team set. We need that running back. You've still got multiple first-round picks next year.
No, you do.
If you want to go ahead and use a high pick on a running back next year because he'll be the last piece, you've got that pick. You have multiple picks. So you can fill that hole next year with with the next stud Alabama running back if you want. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But you did not need to do it this year. So I like the draft, man. Listen, I think that PFS being a little bit harsh with only giving them a B+. I think most of that was they felt that Javon Holland was a little bit of a reach at 36. I got no issue with that.
It's so weird, too, when you look at the drafts because some people had Javon Holland as the number 2 safety.
Yep.
Some had him as low as 5.
Yeah.
And they're all over the place. So
yeah, listen, it's all the beauty's in the eye of the beholder. It's all up to every single GM
and the fit with the team,
scouts.
too. That's the one thing I think a lot of people don't look at in the draft. It's just like, that guy's so much better than that guy, but he won't fit into what the scheme of that team is. So that's why he gets looked over.
Yep, and that's a great point, man, because there's plenty of guys that will get stuck in the wrong scheme, and as a result, their career will just be kind of blunted before it can even get started. So I liked it, man. All right, so the roundtable question today. Go ahead and pull that up because it was draft relatable. The grades for any draft realistically should be talked about in a few years. Having said that, How satisfied are you with this Dolphins draft? And who's your favorite draft pick? All right, so my favorite draft pick is Jalen Phillips. It's Kane. And I just think that from a team position of need, so here's my thing with Jalen Phillips is he's a freak, an athletic freak. That is the best way to describe what this kid is able to do athletically. His numbers are ridiculous. Listen, the injury thing, it was a concussion, I think now 4 years ago. He retired from football, did all of his homework, all of his research on it medically, and decided, you know what, I'm good. I want to get back into football. So when folks talk about injury issues, like, dude, like I'm not buying into that. He didn't have injury issues last year. Didn't. So now when you talk about injury issues, Canes fans were a bit upset that Brevin Jordan fell. And I get that. Listen, I love Brevin. I personally believe that Brevin should have come back for another year. But I get, listen, you want to get out, you want to get drafted, I get it. That's fine. But here's the thing you got to realize, okay? NFL draft is big business. And GMs will get, as you can see, they will get crucified and judged immediately on picks that they make in the NFL draft. And if you're a GM in that situation and you know that folks are going to be, the fan base and the owner are going to be looking over your draft pick with a magnifying glass just to judge him and see, oh, I like this one, I didn't like this one. When that's the scenario that you're in, there's no way that you can use a first, a second, or even a third-round pick on someone that was injury-prone in college. And unfortunately, that's what Brevin Jordan was. I love Brevin, but he wasn't on the field long enough. He missed games like crazy. Now, it got to the point where there were folks in the fan base, because we all know there's a difference between playing hurt and playing injured. And it got to the point that there were folks in the fan base, and I'll admit, I'm one of them, that began to question whether or not he will play hurt. Not injured, because you don't play injured, but you can play hurt. And it got to the point that there was a question mark there. Will he do that? Because he missed so many games. So if you're a GM, how can you're not going to use a second or third round pick on a tight end that's all, no matter how much talent he has, how much of a freak he is athletically, because I firmly believe that when it comes to tight ends in this draft, he was number 2 on pure raw ability and talent behind Pitts. He was the number 2 tight end, but the injuries destroyed him. You can't miss that much time and not have that rep attached to you when it comes to the draft. And no GM is going to use a second or third round pick on a guy that may not be on the field. You can't afford to. You can't throw that pick away. Those picks are far too valuable in the second and third round. You want to take a flyer on him in the 5th or 6th? Fine. But you can't use a top 3 round pick on a guy. You just can't. I'm sorry, Brevin, but you can't. You just can't. And for those Canes fans out there that took offense to this, I mean, just stop. Just stop. Just try to take the fanboy glasses off for just a second and just look at the reality of the situation. The dude missed half the games. Right? So, I'm sorry, but that's the reality. These GMs don't care about your fanboy and about this. They care about, can I count on this guy to be on the field every single week? Because if I can't, if I can't, then I'm not going to use a high draft pick on him. I might take a flyer on him, but I'm not going to use a pick that's worth X amount of points like Omar Kelly will tell us like a second rounder and a third rounder are. You just can't do it. So I understand why he fell. And to me, that was one of the most predictable falls you're ever going to see. Now, you talk about other falls. How about that defensive tackle from Florida State? Jones, who last year was projected as a first-round pick. Came back, played 1 year under Norvell, undrafted free agent. Are you kidding me? There's a drop for you. Tamarian Terry? Yeah. How'd that work, FSU fans? Undrafted free agent. And how does the Florida kicker get drafted before the Canes kicker? The Canes kicker didn't even get drafted.
He does tricks.
Like the Lou Groza Award kicker doesn't get drafted.
Oh, don't worry about awards. We want to see tricks.
But the Gator kicker Listen, you know what I'll tell you? I'll tell you Jose Borregales can possibly get a Super Bowl ring next year.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Be kicking the Super Bowl with Tom Brady again.
He was smart. At least he got the pick where he wanted to go,
now, that's the thing. If I'm Jose, yes, listen, it'd be great to get drafted, but the problem is when you're a kicker, you're not getting drafted unless the Raiders are on the clock.
Yeah.
And Al Davis is in charge. You're not getting drafted until like the 5th, 6th, 7th round or whatever. So at that point, I, as a kicker, would much rather not get drafted if I'm Jose and get to pick. Because you know there were at least 5 to 7 teams that wanted Jose to sign with them as an undrafted free agent. And he got to pick the best situation for him, which is Tampa.
Oh,
His
Super
parents
Bowl,
can
baby.
just come right across the state and they can still see him on Sundays. He's on the best team in the NFC. I mean, are you kidding? Dude.
Award-winning to Super Bowl winning.
Perfectly played for Jose. So well done by him. All right, we are running super late. Got to take a break. Sean's got an update coming up next. This is Toasted Sports on OnSideRadio.com.
Onside Radio, the only choice for the South Florida sports fan. When you need your warehouse looking good while staying efficient, there's only one place to find the finest racks in the business. Pallet Rack City in Hialeah. 305-424-8547. That's 305-424-8547. Pallet Rack City is the company you need when you want your warehouse sporting the finest racks in the business. After all, who doesn't love a great rack? Pallet Rack City. 305-424-8547. That's 305-424-8547.
When you want a perfectly straight smile without braces, you can count on MoodyAsDental.com. A stunning smile is within reach. Learn more about Invisalign. Find out why so many trust the Moody-Ass family. Dr. Moody-Ass is an inventor and has several patents on innovative surgical instruments that are used around the world. Experience a family environment and trust on a worldwide level. From implants to crowns to a beautiful Invisalign smile. Call 305-821-0231. That's 305-821-0231. Or go to the website at MoodyAsDental.com.
Hi, it's Olivia Munn with my shelter pets, Frankie and Chance. Say hi, guys. When I adopted them, I discovered that they both have incredible personalities. Chance's sole purpose in life is to love and to be loved. Frankie is a little bit of a scoundrel and always entertaining. They're a little bit of a lot of things, but they're all pure love. Adopt pure love at theshelterpetproject.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council, the Humane Society of the United States, and Maddie's Fund.
When you're looking to add that extra style and protection for your home or business, visit A Shade Above Window Fashions in Davie or Sunrise, where plantation shutters are a major part of our business, and they look great in any home. We have them in white, stained colors, and wood tones. We can even motorize your shutters like the one in the OnSideRadio.com studio. A Shade Above Window Fashions, 954-434-4774. That's 954-434-4774. Love the space you live in. A Shade Above Window Fashions.
WLESPN. We've got all your sports.
We're live and local.
If you wake up early enough.
You're so bad, honey.
Tune us in. As long as you're not under a bridge.
Or under any power line.
Ain't it awful? South Florida's choice for sports talk. OnSideRadio.com.
Riddle me this. With all this sizzling meat and crunchy veggies nestled between toasty flatbread, who should get credit for Papa John's new papadilla? The person who invented pizza or the person who invented folding? Well, whoever it is, a tip of the tongue hat to you, sir or madam. Get a new papadilla, 4 flavors, just $6 each. Better ingredients, better pizza, better than a sandwich. Papa John's.
Now that it's springtime, it's only getting hotter here in South Florida. Make sure your AC in your home or business is running smoothly by investing in a preventative maintenance plan from M&S Air Conditioning. And M&S is a Mitsubishi Diamond Elite contractor. When you purchase a new Mitsubishi electric mini split system, you'll get a 12-year warranty. Or install a high-efficiency polarized air filter in your AC unit that captures and destroys biological contaminants to improve air quality. M&S Air Conditioning have been providing prompt, honest, and reliable service for over 30 years. Schedule service or call to get more info on our preventative maintenance plans. Call 954-421-3680 or visit ac-florida.com.
Keeping you informed in the world of sports. with an OnsideRadio.com sports update.
The Miami Heat, they picked up 2 wins over the weekend, 124-107 over the Cleveland Cavaliers on Saturday, and 121-111 over the Hornets last night. The Heat have moved into sole possession of 6th place in the conference. They're back at the AAA tomorrow night versus the Dallas Mavericks. Tip-off 8 o'clock. Inter Miami CF, they played Nashville SC to a 0-0 draw yesterday. Inter Miami picked up the point despite being down a number of players. Figal also injured during warm-ups. Robbie Robinson tried to play, was unable to go about 8 minutes in. He was taken out after coming onto the pitch. Next match Sunday, May 9th at Dry Pink Stadium. Atlanta United kick scheduled for 1 p.m. Florida Panthers, they take on the Dallas Stars tonight at the BB&T Center. That puck drops at 7. And the Marlins, swept over the weekend by the Nationals. They welcome the Diamondbacks to Lone Depot Park starting Tuesday. You're listening to South Florida's only local sports talk station, OnsideRadio.com. Now back to more Toasted Sports.
Welcome back to Toasted Sports. To reach out to Toast, dial 888-441-4623. That's 888-441-4623. Back to Toasted Sports.
Third segment. Toasted News will be coming up next segment. This is Toasted Sports on OnsideRadio.com, streaming live as always. So let's finish up some Dolphins talk here because we got to now talk and look at this draft and talk about what the expectations are now. Expectations for the fan base heading in to the season. A couple of stats here for you. This one came from Warren Sharp. Miami has now spent more draft capital the last 2 years than any team in the NFL. You can look at the rank and draft capital GM Chris Grier assembled as compared to years past. 2017 ranked 30th. 2018 ranked 13th. 2019 ranked 27th. 2020 ranked number 1. 2021 ranked number 3. He says, an exciting time to be a Dolphins fan. And 100%, man. 100% it is. My wife, Dolphin fan, lifelong, excited as hell right now. She cannot wait. She's talking Super Bowl, man. So we get into those expectations. And I don't want to go ahead and pour cold water on people. But I saw some folks, someone else tweeted out yesterday, one of the talking heads that, oh yeah, here we go. Mike Renner from Pro Football Focus. In my opinion, there are 3 teams whose draft classes vaulted them into being legit Super Bowl contenders this season. The Browns, the Dolphins, and the Chargers. I appreciate that, Mike. But let me just let's put the brakes on for just
can we slow that
one
a
quick
little bit?
second, because I don't believe legitimately you can be a Super Bowl contender if you didn't make the playoffs the year before. So on that list, I'll give you the Browns, but I'm not quite going to give it to you on the Dolphins and the Chargers yet. Okay. Yeah. I believe. Here's what I firmly believe. I believe that if this draft is as good as we thought it was with Chris Grier, I believe that this is going to be a great season for the Dolphins. They will be a playoff team. They will make a playoff run. They will lose at some point in the playoffs. And that their window for Super Bowl starts in 2022.
Yep. I mean, if all these picks
that's
hit,
where, yes. I believe they need, listen, I believe you need a full year here of Tua looking like the number 1 quarterback and having that confidence. We need him to have that swagger by the middle or end of the season where we know that, oh, yeah, no, Tua can lead us down the field and get this job done. Like, we need to feel good about that. Then, and listen, I've always been a firm believer in the NFL. You have to lose before you can win. And that means that teams that are going to win a Super Bowl first have to lose in the playoffs before they can come back and win. Always been a believer in that, and I believe that stats kind of back that up outside of the Tampa Bay Bucks because they had the GOAT as their quarterback. And
well,
so
they also had a veteran team that have been there. When you look at the defense, there are players that have already been there.
Absolutely. So, yeah, man. So, my thing is, listen, I believe that the Dolphins will be battling the Bills for the division next year. I believe that the Dolphins' Dolphin fans should be expecting at the absolute worst, the worst 10-6 again. But I believe we're looking at we have an extra game. We have an extra game. My bad. So now I'm looking at 11-6.
11-6.
11-6 is my worst. No, you are improving over last year. So yeah, I'm looking at 11-6 as the benchmark, like the least we'll do. Maybe get to 13 wins. Maybe win the first round of the playoffs and then lose in like a semifinal or AFC title game. I don't know.
Take that.
You know what I'm saying? But we're on the right.
I just hope
man.
some of them don't take some of these unrealistic expectations and think it's Super Bowl or bust.
It can't be. No, it can't be.
Like,
listen, you
look,
can't.
You
go.
know how this works, though.
I know.
There's gonna be fans out there going, "Oh,
Listen,
this is terrible."
If you have a fan, if you know a fan that is going to go Super Bowl or bust, just seriously, you have permission. Slap them. Just slap them. You can't go Super Bowl or bust when you didn't make the playoffs the year before. Dude, that's just you're putting unreasonable expectations on people. Like, don't do that to yourself. Here's what you're going to get next year: an awesome football season, possibly better than the one we just had. Hopefully, better than the one we just had. But don't go right now in May and put expectations of, oh no, man, this is Super Bowl or bust time. Don't do that to yourself. Why would you do that to yourself? Dolph fans, you have been in misery for 2 decades.
Yes,
you have gotten through the tunnel. The light is here. It is streaming into your eyes. Don't blow it now.
Last year was one of the best seasons we've had in a long time.
If you've sat through the last 20 years, you can handle a year of 11-6. Okay, before you get to the Super Bowl. Settle down. Don't do this to yourself. Do not set yourself up where the only way that you're happy is if they win a Super Bowl this year, because that is just an unrealistic expectation. We have a quarterback that still has some question marks. I mean, come on now. Just don't do that to yourself. Be better, all right? Just take this. Enjoy it. Be happy. Be optimistic. But don't set the bar at the top of the mountain already. Give yourself an opportunity to enjoy this a little bit.
You know there's other ways.
I mean, oh my God. My wife.
They read that tweet and was like, yeah, we're going to the Super Bowl.
My wife is that person. I'm like, pump the brakes there, boo. Pump the brakes, honey. Don't set yourself up for this yet. Like, I mean, listen, before my Seahawks won the Super Bowl, we had that year before where we had that game in Atlanta where we were getting destroyed. And then we came back in the second half, almost won it, but you had to lose before you could learn how to win in the NFL. And I firmly believe that. So yeah, don't get crazy, Dolphin fans. Like, it's gonna be good. We're in a good spot. It's gonna be good. Gonna be good. But don't set it at top of the mountain for this year, because I mean the chances of that be great if it happens. But the chances of that happening are just, I mean, come on. You're talking like 1-2% chance. Ask Vegas. What are the Dolphin Super Bowl odds right now? Right? So we'll take a break. Toasted News coming up next. This is Toasted Sports on OnSideRadio.com.
You're listening to Toasted Sports. Take OnSideRadio.com, your home for sports talk everywhere with the Radio.net app. Find the app at OnSideRadio.com, South Florida's home for real sports talk.
When you're tired of watching the sun damage your furniture or raise your electric bill, it's time to do what we did here at OnSideRadio.com studio. Call A Shade Above Window Fashions in Davie and Sunrise. A Shade Above Window Fashions has a great selection of blackout shades to choose from. We can almost create a complete blackout for your bedroom or media room. Call them at 954-434-4774. That's 954-434-4774. Love the space you live in. A Shade Above Window Fashion.
Hey, it's Big O for EJD Construction, your custom home builder, additions and home remodeling. Our lives have changed. We're making our homes more of an oasis. Call the right place. Call the right people. Eric at EJD Construction for over 16 years. A-rated member of Angie's List in the Better Business Bureau. 305-433-4843. That's 305-433-4843 for EJDconstruction.com.
Howdy, stranger.
Didn't this used to be Radio Town?
Yes, sir. It was Miami Sports Radio Town one time.
Who in the hell are these cowboys I never saw?
We don't know who these people are, riding in from other towns. There used to be a host in every one of these saloons, trying to talk about local matters, sports.
That ain't good, stranger. Could you tell me how this happened?
Well, it started when one corporation bought another, and they got rid of the good management and brought in a bunch of bumbling idiots. and started firing all the local ranchers and replaced them one by one with these strangers from out of town.
I've heard that story before. Static and tumbleweeds, I'm moving on.
South Florida's choice for sports talk. OnSideRadio.com.
Big O for M&S Air Conditioning. You know, air quality in your home and business is more important than ever. That's why you've got to call M&S Air Conditioning and let them install a high-efficiency polarized air filter in your AC unit. Folks, it attracts, captures, and destroys biological contaminants to improve your air quality. With stellar customer service, answering your call from 7:30 a.m. till 9 o'clock p.m. For more info on high-efficiency air filters and their preventative maintenance plans, visit M&S Air Conditioning at ac-florida.com.
Hey, it's Toast, and when I got PGT custom windows and doors installed at my house last year from B&T Windows and Doors, I knew that I was protecting my house when it came to hurricanes, but I was also investing in my house. My value went up. My home insurance cost went down. Yeah, I can now get more for my house when I sell it because I have PGT custom windows and doors installed courtesy of my buddies at B&T Windows and Doors. Just another reason why you should upgrade your house today. Give them a call, 954-233-0126. That's 954-233-0126, B&T Windows and Doors.
Inter Miami CF fans, join us at our new home this season for all away games as we broadcast live at Dangerous Minds Brewing Company, 1901 North Federal Highway in Pompano Beach. Join Big O and Alex Dono for the live pregame, halftime, and postgame shows while we watch the games. Enjoy meticulously brewed beer on site, delicious artisanal pizzas, live music, and giveaways. So, the new home for all Inter Miami road games is at Dangerous Minds Brewing Company at the Pompano City Mall, where they'll feature all the Inter Miami games. Follow them on Twitter at Dangerous Minds B and Facebook and Instagram at Dangerous Minds Brewing, and visit them at dangerousmindsbrewing.com.
Let's get back to Toasted Sports. You can send a text at 844-416-8123. That's 844-416-8123. Here's Toast. Stories you won't hear anywhere else. This is Toasted News.
We will begin in Manassas, Virginia. The restaurant chain Red Lobster is known for having a big tank in the front of each of its locations full of lobsters. Typically, these animals are destined to end up on someone's dinner plate, but that wasn't the case for one lobster in Virginia. Turns out being a rare specimen can have its perks. The lobster in question is also referred to as one of the rarest lobsters in the world. That made it even more of a surprise when it turned up in a Red Lobster tank. Fortunately, the lobster was noticed while it was still alive, and it was rescued from being served from dinner. The animal, which has been nicknamed Freckles due to its appearance, is a calico lobster. According to the news outlet, these sorts of lobsters are named for the spotted design that appears on their shell and only occur in about 1 out of every 30 million lobsters. Freckles will now be permanently donated to the Virginia Living Museum for its lobster display.
Man, I wonder who would have got lucky enough to eat that.
Dude, can you imagine if they had someone alerted them to that after they had just killed the damn thing? Oh my God. Tiffany & Company, which has been selling diamond engagement rings since the 19th century, has decided to try and reach an untapped market. Men. The jeweler is debuting its Charles Tiffany setting, named after the founder of the company, solitaire men's rings with sizable, round, brilliant, and emerald-cut diamonds up to 4.3 carats. A line distinct, of course, from the 6-prong solitaire Tiffany setting for women that's been a bestseller since 1886. Sales of men's diamond rings faded after thriving in the 1970s and 80s. This guy, expert, predicts that Tiffany's new rings will expand the market for men's diamond rings in general. I don't want, I don't want a diamond engagement ring. I'm sorry, I'm good.
The reason it went out is because nobody's like, kiss the ring. Kiss the ring.
Right, I'm good. I don't need that much bling on my finger. Just go ahead and give it to the wife. We'll wrap things up in, is it Dunedin, Florida? Or Dunedin? Dunedin. Oh, there we go. Dunedin. Oh, this is a special kind of city. Check this out, Sean.
It's Florida.
A federal court has upheld a Florida city's decision to issue nearly $30,000 in code violation fines to a homeowner whose grass was overgrown. Following a 2-year legal battle, judge in the Middle District of Florida ruled this week that Jim Ficken, 71, will have to pay the fines to the city of Dunedin City officials defended the fine, saying Ficken was a repeat violator in 2015, subjecting him to $500 per day fines for future violations. This includes having grass that grows taller than 10 inches. Ficken claimed he wasn't properly notified about the fines. Yeah, my ass, bro, you just threw it away. Nearly 2 months passed before Ficken knew he owed fines. When the bill arrived, the total was $29,000.
For grass.
For grass. That was too
That's
long.
not the good grass.
He was ordered to attend a August 2019 court enforcement board meeting, but he missed it because he was in South Carolina to manage another issue with his mother's estate. This guy's got all the excuses in the world.
Boy.
The board voted at that meeting that since he didn't show up, the fines would stand. Good luck, Bubba.
You gotta
have
be
fun
at that.
fighting that.
Yeah, you've got to be at that meeting, though. I mean, I
Bro,
understand, but
like really, man, you're gonna set the fine for grass too long at $500 a day? A day?
Have you ever been up that
Jesus.
area?
A day? It's the reason why I'm not going to Dunedin.
Who's out there measuring the grass, though? I guess after it gets to a
Oh
certain
no!
height,
I'm guessing. Oh no! You know if they got a fine on the books for $500 a day, you know there's a guy out there with a ruler.
Yeah, can I be that guy?
There's the grass patrol in Dunedin.
That looks close. Let me jump out there and put the ruler on
You
it.
gotta be kidding me. All right, we will take a break, bro. The best thing to come out of the draft in the NFL this weekend, not the Dolphins draft. Not Trevor Lawrence and the Jets and the Browns. No. The best story is Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. I want to take a bath in this story because it is that damn good. We're going to talk all about it coming up next. This is Toasted Sports on OnSideRadio.com.
Onside Radio, the only choice for the South Florida sports fan.
Papa, why can't we telegraph while riding a horse?
Son, there ain't no one to blame but Jeffro. He was riding old Betsy the Stallion, tip-tapping away at his telegraph, when blam, ran right into the side of the saloon.
Well, if Jeffro can't do it, neither should you. Don't text and drive.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Okay, men, this is your time. Maybe you didn't choose this, but you're here now. You're gonna go out there and be an all-star caregiver. It's up to you. So what are you gonna do? You're gonna go grocery shopping, cook, clean, be there emotionally and physically. You gotta dig deeper. Drive them to physical therapy, doctor's appointments. Don't you forget about the pharmacy. I know you won't, because that's what caregivers do. Don't give up. Don't ever give up. This is your time to show the world, your family, and yourself that you're tougher than tough. Now go out there and be the best caregiver this world has ever seen.
Caregiving is tougher than tough. Find the care guides you need at aarp.org/caregiving. A public service announcement brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Onside Radio. No station in South Florida provides more live and local sports talk. Follow us on social media at Onside Radio.
Okay, forest animals, today is a new day. Kids are coming to the forest, and it's up to us to make their visit a good one. Sparrow.
Yes?
Have you practiced the most popular bird songs for the year?
Of course.
Catchy. I like it. Okay, River.
Dude.
How's the temperature?
It's a refreshing 52 degrees, man. Perfect for a little riverside shoeless relaxation.
Ah, good. Owl, you here? Course. Who's asking? I am. Look, you know the drill. Sleep during the day, scare the kids at night. Perfect. I love my job. Oak Tree?
What's up?
Still in the same place I left you last year. That's what I like. Consistency.
Well, it's not like I'm going anywhere for the next couple hundred years.
I know. I love it. Turtle. Turtle.
He's not here yet, man.
He's late every morning. You'd think he would have learned by now to leave the night before our meetings. Okay. Squirrel. Has anybody seen Mr. Squirrel?
The forest has been preparing just for you. Visit a forest near you today. To learn more about cool things to do in the forest, visit discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Hello, Inter Miami CF fans. Download the Drink AR app and play inside a first-of-its-kind virtual soccer stadium, hosted by Bodega Trevento and Inter Miami CF, and celebrate your passion for soccer from the comfort of your own home. Find the download links on our Instagram account at Treventus and get our wines delivered straight to your home with a discount for all Inter Miami CF fans. Discover Trevento, a shared passion.
Hey, it's Big O for EJD Construction, your custom home builder, additions and home remodeling. Our lives have changed. We're making our homes more of an oasis. Call the right place. Call the right people. Eric at EJD Construction for over 16 years. A-rated member of Angie's List in the Better Business Bureau. 305-433-4843. That's 305-433-4843 for EJDconstruction.com.
Welcome to Toasted Sports.
Okay, let's see where to start.
Happy Monday, everybody.
Cock-a-doodle-doo!
Wake up and assimilate the day. Get out of bed. Resistance is futile.
I have got a serious case of the Mondays.
Hello, everyone. We would just like to announce that our party is starting now.
You having a party? Party's over.
It's Monday morning.
Wow.
That was quick.
It's Monday.
Back to work, everyone.
It's showtime, baby.
Here's Toast.
Second hour. Toasted Sports, streaming live for you on OnSideRadio.com. So there were plenty of great moments from the NFL draft over the weekend. Many people, including my wife, believe this was the best moment of the NFL draft.
They've selected Trey Smith, guard from Tennessee. Also, Brianna, in the words of our favorite superhero, Wade Wilson, you're the jigsaw piece whose curvy edges complete my life. Will you marry me?
She said yes. It was a lollipop ring. It was very, very cute. It was very, very nice. But yeah, that went viral. The proposal during the pick. Couple of I love the Deadpool reference in there, and yeah, total nerds. It was phenomenal. Loved every single second of that. Congratulations to those two. And that was my wife's favorite moment from the draft.
Talk about trying to steal a spotlight
Right?
from somebody. Guy just gets drafted, and you're going to get down. Oh man, way to go!
It was day 3,
shame
bro. It was
on
day
Roger
3.
Goodell.
It was
Shame
day,
on Roger
It was day
Goodell.
3. Was it day 3? Was it day 3?
Letting that happen.
Whatever. It was all good.
It's a Kansas City
It's all
fan.
good. So
I'm
while
just kidding. That's cool.
Well, that was my wife's favorite part of this whole thing. My favorite part of the 2021 NFL draft will be the drama and the soap opera that has now erupted in Green Bay. And this is coming from, now listen, I'm a Seahawk fan. So I had to deal with the whole quarterback thing about 2 months ago, where every friggin' day I'd come in here and on ESPN, there was a picture of Russell Wilson and the cry on, will he get traded, this and that, oh my God, the whatever. And it
great
sucked.
as either that or Dak.
It just sucked seeing that every single day. Oh, you're going to lose your best quarterback. Oh, you're going to lose your best. It sucks. It sucked. Did not like it. But this is even better. Because this is not going to end well. So, say what you will about the Seahawks and Russell. Russell never came out and said stuff like this. Russell's people never came out and said stuff like this. So, here's the deal. And this is, I'm telling you, bro, Aaron Rodgers is going to be, he's my spirit animal. He is now very quickly becoming my favorite athlete of all time. So this is just a spectacular, just long play, troll job. I'm going to screw you guys over, like taking it to the man situation. So we all know that last year, Green Bay traded up into the first round to draft Jordan Love, quarterback out of Utah State.
You heard that right. Traded up.
Traded up to draft a quarterback who hasn't seen the field yet, okay? When they did this, the GM, who I'm not even going to try to pronounce his last name, I'm just going to call him Dumbass. GM Dumbass of the Packers decided, I'm going to do this, and I'm not going to give my all-pro quarterback a heads up. I'm going to blindside him Like I want to motivate him or something, right?
This is the smartest move ever.
GM dumbass trades up, takes Jordan Love, doesn't tell his quarterback, Aaron Rodgers, Super Bowl winning quarterback. Well, obviously, Aaron Rodgers is pissed, not happy. So Aaron Rodgers is doing some calculations in his head last offseason. Oh, I see what's going on here. This is going to be my last year in Green Bay. They're going to cut me loose after the 2020 season so they can go ahead and give Jordan Love, make him, and this GM's going to be all in on that. Okay, I got you. Okay,
Remember, this is what he did with Brett Favre, too.
Absolutely.
And
100%.
how he became the spot.
100%. And so Aaron is thinking to himself, okay, so this is the man's plan. This is what they're going to do. They're going to cast me aside after this season. All right, well then, I'm the player. I really don't have any leverage. The only leverage I do have would be if I were to go out and, I don't know, win the MVP. Then how can they dump me for little Goldilocks here in the locker room? So Aaron Rodgers goes out and wins the MVP at 36. Knowing that now, hey, GM dumbass, try to cut me now. What happens if you now try to move on from me with the fan base with the reigning MVP of the league?
Good luck with that one.
So, hey, GM dumbass, ball's in your court, what you going to do? And now we find out that over the last month or so, Aaron Rodgers hasn't just let his numbers do the talking. No, he's actually come out and said, I'm not going back. It's either him or me. I will not play for that GM ever again. If he is in charge, I'm not a Green Bay Packer. And that is where we stand today. We have the Packer hierarchy, both GM dumbass and head coach Matt LaFleur, and the team president all coming out. Aaron's going nowhere. It's easy for you to say that right now. Aaron Rodgers, according to friends and associates, is so serious about never playing in Green Bay again, he has on the table for his options retiring.
I saw that and was like, whoa.
He would rather retire a few years early than play in Green Bay again. And then it also breaks yesterday afternoon that he's very intrigued. And we know that draft night there was a trade offer made to the Green Bay Packers from the Oakland Raiders. That would have sent the Packers suddenly would have had 3 quarterbacks. They would have had Jordan Love, Derek Carr, and Marcus Mariota.
They're trading all their quarterbacks.
Figure out which of those 3 you guys want. We'll give you you get all the quarterbacks. And you guys can figure that out. They're going to give him a couple of first-round draft picks for the next couple years. You know, they were Mike Mayock was just whatever you want. We'll take Aaron Rodgers off your hands. Well, Aaron apparently is quote unquote intrigued by the Raiders' possibility, by that team. Listen, bro, you finish up your last few years playing for Gruden in Vegas with a brand new city. I mean, that city, dude, let me tell you, Vegas games this year, regardless of how good they are going to be an event because it's going to be the first time that Vegas has with people that they have a stadium they can go to. It's going to be a party there all season long. It's going to be great.
And think if you're Aaron Rodgers, and this is thinking far ahead, but you bring Vegas a Super Bowl championship.
Oh, come on.
Oh,
come on.
Please.
So listen, bro, I love chaos. I love it when things don't go according to plan. I love seeing people have to react to that stuff because it pulls them out of their comfort zone. And me, I just get entertained by seeing people not in their comfort zone having to do things and just see how they react and this and that. And this is beautiful. This makes the offseason for me, that this is going to go on for another month or 2. And I'll tell you right now, he's getting traded. I don't see, unless Aaron Rodgers is completely full of crap right now and just talking out of his ass, which I don't believe to be. I believe Aaron Rodgers is a man of his word and that he has thought everything through. He knows what he wants to do. And I don't believe this is all just leverage and putting pressure just for whatever. I believe Aaron Rodgers legitimately will never play for that GM again. And it's up to the Packers to decide. Do you fire him or do you trade the quarterback? And I'm fascinated to see which way this is going to go because I think Aaron Rodgers is going to get traded. I don't think the GM's going to lose his job. GM has admitted that that it was bad form the way he went about the drafting of Jordan Love last year, that he absolutely should have involved Aaron in that decision-making process and given him a heads up. He realizes now in hindsight that he screwed up bad. Absolutely. But now it looks like, according to Aaron, there is no repairing that. The damage is done. The bridge has been burned. There is no coming back from it from Aaron Rodgers' standpoint.
Yeah, and
if he's considering retirement, Sean, if he has come out and said, I will retire rather than go back up there and play for that dude, bro, I mean.
But it's got to be a slap in Aaron Rodgers' face, right? You've
never absolutely.
Now, he's had weapons. I don't want to say it that way.
No.
But not like elite weapons, I guess. It's guys that have kind of overvalued.
They should have taken a wide receiver last year in the first round.
Oh, no, definitely. And then you saw the trade up, and if you're Aaron Rodgers, you're probably sitting there going, oh, they traded up to get me some help.
And then this year you finally draft a guy.
Replacement.
Then this year you finally draft a guy that runs a 4.2, 5.40, but he's a cornerback.
Yeah, well.
Like Aaron Rodgers, like, really, bro?
Well, that's the other thing. It's like this year you didn't even try to, like, hey, here's an olive branch or something.
Exactly.
No, you went defense. What are you doing?
This GM, I don't know what his story was. I don't know if this is a guy that came up within the Packers organization or whatever.
If I'm the Packers, I send that to Aaron Rodgers and say, here, you make the pick. We'll just select whoever you want.
Dude, if I'm the head of the Packers, that GM is fired today. He's fired today. Like, no one is on here. No, we just saw the talking heads on ESPN, bro. None of them are raving about the Packers draft.
Oh, no.
I'm not seeing PFF grades of A and people, oh, yeah, the Packers won. No, they did not. I don't know. Did they have a good – I don't know. Who knows how their draft was. But they're not – people aren't raving about it today.
Nobody's talking about it.
No one's talking about
Aaron Rodgers.
So, in my mind – if I'm the president of the Packers, it is such an easy decision. A GM who's never won anything, or a Super Bowl winning MVP quarterback. Yeah, I think I know which one I'm going to pick. Bye-bye, GM, dumbass. Bye-bye. Be well. Don't let the door hit your ass on the way out. I mean, this is just great. I want updates on this on ES. I want like a countdown ticker on ESPN, like on the side, every single day, just counting down until we get a resolution to this situation. Because this is awesome. This is the best part of this offseason, is the Aaron Rodgers Green Bay drama. And I cannot wait to see how do you think it resolves, Sean? What do you think? They make up?
There's no making up in this. There's no making up. I think it's going to be either retirement or they trade him. But now, what are you trading for? I guess.
Listen, I mean, right now, dude, I mean, if I'm going to see Aaron Rodgers play next year, I'd rather see him play with the Raiders. They got more weapons, just that atmosphere. We've seen him do Green Bay. Yeah, I'd like to see him. That'd be fun. That'd be fun for the NFL. Aaron Rodgers making the move to the AFC.
Be terrible for the Dolphins in a way, though.
Dolphins play the Raiders next year?
Well, no, but we'd have to go through them to get to the...
Or they'd have to go through us.
Yeah, that's true. You can look at that.
Yeah. Let's be positive.
Let's be positive. Positive guy.
Let's be positive here, Shawnee.
It keeps going, huh? I figured today would be nothing but negative tweets.
I got no, I know. I thought about coming out with something negative today, but no. Listen, I'll be honest. I am enjoying. There's a lot of negativity on Twitter. I'm gonna try to keep the positive thing going a little bit longer. We'll see. But at least now I know that there were a couple of tweets, Sean, that I wanted to send out this weekend that I deleted before hitting send. Because I was like, if I hit send, there's going to be a bottle of Clamato in front of me on Monday. And that can't happen. That cannot happen.
Did you see Rodgers at the Kentucky Derby?
I did. Did you see what name tag he was wearing?
Oh, no, I didn't see the name tag.
Oh, my God, dude. Who is the turd from the Will Ferrell movie? Turd. I forgot, but his name was Turd.
Oh, boy.
Turd. Oh, it was hilarious. He was just trolling everybody.
You know, Mike Tirico tried to interview him, right?
Oh, did Mike Tirico try to interview him?
Yeah, it says that what came out is that he declined to interview, but he did tell Mike Tirico he's disappointed that news has come out of this rift with the Packers.
Really?
Are you really? Then why did you say it?
He is so not upset. He is not upset in any way. Aaron Rodgers wanted this all. Oh, I love it.
He expressed how much he loves Green Bay.
Oh, sure. Listen, bro. He is going to play this masterfully. He is going to
Come on, he's a Jeopardy guy.
He is going to have the fan base is going to be on his side 110%. I mean, I swear to God, at this point, if I'm that GM, I resign today.
I was thinking, when you asked me, that's probably what's going to happen. The GM's gone, and Aaron Rodgers is staying.
You're not you're never. You will be booed if you're the reason why Aaron Rodgers leaves Green Bay. You will be booed for the rest of your life in that town.
No way. You couldn't go anywhere there.
I mean,
you don't even go.
You will need Jordan Love to become a Mount Rushmore type quarterback and lead you to at least 2 Super Bowl wins.
And that's in the first 3 years.
For the stench to come off of you. The fan base hates you. Hates you. And Aaron Rodgers is going to go out the door endearing himself to them. I love the fans. I love the city. I grew up here, this and that. Oh, he is going to just screw he's going to tighten the screws on that GM.
The GM just resigned today.
That dude's going to have to take his kids out of school. He's going to have to move.
Oh, those kids are getting beat up
right
now.
Come on.
Now. The bell's already rung, right? Green Bay?
That entire town exists for the football team.
Don't they have a stake in the ownership of the team,
Absolutely they do, yes. They're the only team that isn't owned by a guy. They're owned by the fans.
A waiting list for season tickets? Waiting
like
for
100 years,
die?
yes. It is absolutely, bro, this is phenomenal. So listen, we got May, June, July. So we have 3 months. We got 90 days where there will have to be a resolution to this in 90 days before camps open up. And Aaron says he'll hold out. Aaron says he'll retire. Aaron says he'll walk away from the game if he is still on the Packers. So what do you do now? And with that said, what do you get for him now? Are you, with all due respect to the Packers, are you going to get a better offer than what the Raiders offered you the first day of the draft?
No.
Did the
Raiders, if you go back to the Raiders now,
did they even give you that same offer?
Yeah, they're like, no, we're going to.
Did the Raiders even offer you that same offer that they offered day one of the draft with the 2 first-round picks, both quarterbacks? Henry Ruggs III, their first-round pick from last year, was included. The wide receiver, another guy was included. Did they even make that offer, or now is the offer just getting less and less?
And Toast, with the NFL, the retirement, if you retire, does that void the contracts?
No, you would still he would have to stay retired. He wouldn't be able to come back until
the length of the contract?
Yeah, they would still own his rights.
Okay.
They would still control his rights, as I understand it, until that contract expired. So if he had 3 years left, he'd have to stay retired for 3 years, and then he could come back and be a free agent and sign with anybody he wanted. But then you've been out of football for 3 years, and now you're 39 years old, and
out of football
whatever. But yeah, man. But this has to now be. There's no. This doesn't. You don't put this back in the bottle, bro. This isn't.
There's no bottle left.
There's no resolution like there was with the Seahawks, where things have been said, flags have been, lines have been drawn in the sand. This is the only resolution here. There's only 2 ways this goes. One of these 2 guys is not in Green Bay in 90 days. Either Aaron Rodgers or GM Dumbass. So we're gonna have fun watching this and seeing how this whole thing goes. Got to take a break. We're up against it. This is Toasted Sports on OnSideRadio.com.
With Simple Radio. Find the app at OnSideRadio.com. South Florida's home for real sports talk.
Let's raise a cup to the first among us who put themselves last. To the risk takers, the mask makers, the heroes on the front line and online, to the ones keeping shelves full and keeping us hopeful, to those who don't stop and those making all the stops, to the ones who pick up, suit up, and never let us down. From all of us at Dunkin' to all the heroes keeping everyone running, we thank you.
If you're looking for a change from the everyday restaurant, then you need to get to Checkers Old Munchin German Restaurant in Pompano Beach. Brats, Wiener Schnitzel, homemade potato pancakes, pretzels with mustard, and lots of German beer. And with daily specials, there is something for everyone. If you're up for a challenge, you should take their famous boot tour. Finish 30 boots of different varieties of German beer, and you'll receive half price on their beer for life. And you'll get to take home your own boot and Checkers Old Munchin t-shirt. They also have outdoor seating available in their new beer garden with live music, as well as carry-out, curbside pickup, and delivery. So, for the finest German food and beer, get over to 2209 East Atlantic Boulevard in Pompano Beach. Follow them on Facebook and Instagram at Checkers Old Munchin Restaurant, or call them for reservations at 954-785-7565. That's 954-785-7565. We'll see you at Zagat-rated Checkers Old Munchin German Restaurant in Pompano Beach.
BYB Extreme Bare Knuckle Fighting Series presents BYB 5. Saturday, May 15th at the fair at Taniami Park. Meet Dada 5000. See Bare Knuckle Brawlers fight live in BYB's patented triangle ring, the Trigon. The smallest and most confrontational ring in combat sports. Early action includes slap fights as seen on YouTube. Buy your tickets now at BYBtickets.com for BYB 5. Saturday, May 15th. Doors open at 6 p.m. BYB is proudly sponsored by BMCHam.com. Your choice for gold and silver. BMCHam.com.
Inter Miami CF fans, join us at our new home this season for all away games as we broadcast live at Dangerous Minds Brewing Company, 1901 North Federal Highway in Pompano Beach. Join Big O and Alex Dono for the live pregame, halftime, and postgame shows while we watch the games. Enjoy meticulously brewed beer on site, delicious artisanal pizzas, live music, and giveaways. So, the new home for all Inter Miami road games is at Dangerous Minds Brewing Company at the Pompano City Mall, where they'll feature all the Inter Miami games. Follow them on Twitter at Dangerous Minds B and Facebook and Instagram at Dangerous Minds Brewing, and visit them at dangerousmindsbrewing.com.
Hey, it's Toast, and no doubt last year hurricane season was one of the craziest we've ever seen. Well, Noah's saying once again, going to be another active season. So you need to call B&T Windows and Doors today and get PGT custom windows and doors installed like I did so that you are fully protected. Listen, there's no better peace of mind than PGT custom windows and doors when you're in the cone of death for a Category 5 storm. Call B&T Windows and Doors today to get set up. 954-233-0126. That's 954-233-0126.
Inter Miami fans, time to find out more about your favorite soccer team with OnSideRadio.com's IMCF Football Focus. Here's Austin Robillard.
After a 0-0 draw to Nashville on Sunday, Inter Miami end their first road trip of the season, gaining 4 out of 6 points in 2 matches against Nashville and Philadelphia. They go back home Sunday on Mother's Day against Atlanta, looking to keep the momentum up. Phil Neville was working with a depleted squad against Nashville SC as the Higuain brothers and Julian Carranza were out. Pizarro was a doubt and Robbie Robinson was also a doubt, but they both made it. Unfortunately, it seems that Robbie Robinson re-injured his leg, so we will be keeping tabs on that. But for now, 0-0 against Nashville is quite the result.
Keep up with the latest on La Rosa Negra by subscribing on most platforms. Search OnSide Radio. Now back to Toasted Sports. To reach out, send a text to 844-416-8123. That's 844-416-8123. Here's Toast.
4 of them come into the final furlong. Mandaloon fighting for the front. Medina Spirit battles on. Hot Rod Charlie on the outside. Essential Quality on the far outside. The 4 of them coming to the finish in the Kentucky Derby. Here's the wire. Bob Baffert does it again. Medina Spirit has won the Kentucky Derby.
Yo, man, that was a race. That was a race. Toasted Sports on this Monday morning, 9:25. 4 horses. Bro, there was no one length, no 2 length. No, these guys, Medina won by like a head. It was at first coming down the stretch, you're like, oh my God, this is going to be a photo finish. What a great race. And how cool was it to see Churchill Downs just packed with people? Not
all the
packed.
Hats and everything.
They had, I guess, like 40,000, but the stands looked really full. You had all the hats. I mean, listen, after what happened last year with just nobody there, and it's just, listen, man, I am thoroughly enjoying watching sporting events now that have crowds. I was watching the Rangers in their sold-out ballpark. The worst team in baseball beat my Red Sox 3-4 this weekend, so that was fun. But yeah, dude, just seeing crowds though. Just seeing crowds out there and cheering. Oh, it's awesome. It brings so much to the broadcast, so much to the game. So good stuff there.
Just
Congratulations.
The energy that it brings.
Congrats to Bob Baffert.
I think we took that for granted, didn't we?
We absolutely did. absolutely took crowds at sporting events for granted, never realizing you knew that there was the cheering and everything, but just the energy. And I mean, thank God it's coming back.
And you can also see the players and the athletes and everything step it up a little bit more than it was last year.
Now we know how it's been to be a Marlins player for the last 10, 15 years.
Oh, wow.
Playing in front of nobody.
Wow.
It's not fun.
Man,
it's not fun.
Just went that way, huh?
I'm sorry. Not really. Am I wrong? I'm sorry. Am I wrong, Sean? Am I
I
wrong?
can say you're wrong, but I mean, ouch.
All right. Ouch. Ouchie. Ouchie wouchie.
God,
Speaking of baseball.
Some of these, it'd make good to watch you drink some Clamato juice.
Thank God it wasn't about being negative on the radio. Just on Twitter.
Oh.
Speaking of baseball, and it's my favorite sport. It absolutely is, and I've loved it my entire life. But baseball's got some issues going on right now. And I understand that April is notoriously a pitcher's month. Bats are always a little bit takes a little bit longer for the bats to wake up. It's April. It's still a little chilly outside. Some of these cities still getting snowstorms and stuff like that. You got a lot of kids from the Dominican. They're like, hell no, man. It's like below 50. I'm not. No. I get it. But this year, it's even worse than normal. And there's some folks. There was a piece in the Associated Press over the weekend talking about the incredible amount of swinging and missing that is happening in Major League Baseball nowadays. Way more than there ever used to be. And this isn't about shifts and stuff like that. This is legitimately batters being unable to put the bat on the ball and put it in play. They're calling it the season of the slump. Now, granted, it's only been the first month, so let's not completely overreact. But the amount of stud hitters that are hitting in the 100s right now, ridiculous. Charlie Blackmon, $184. Francisco Lindor, $300 million guy, $189. Actually, I think it's even worse now after last night's game.
Yeah, I have him on a fantasy team. Not good.
Miguel Cabrera, Triple Crown winner of this, only Triple Crown winner of this half century, batting $1.40, $1.40.
Wow.
Major League Baseball hitters are hitting just .232 overall through April. That is down 20 points from 2 years ago, which was a record low. They're even lower than 1968, which was the year that resulted in a lower pitcher's mound because it was just too much of an advantage for the pitchers. Strikeouts have averaged 9 per team per game, on pace to set a record for the 13th consecutive full season, up from 8 2 years ago, nearly double the 4 from 1979. Strikeouts, here's the stat. Strikeouts are 1,092 ahead of hits. Yes, far more strikeouts than hits, and that never happened before until 3 years ago in baseball. In the history of baseball, that had never happened. You never had more strikeouts than hits until 3 years ago, and now it's just blowing up. Not even close. So baseball's got to do something here, bro, because, and listen, we got a fantasy league going on here, and I don't mind the fact that, I have built a very nice pitching staff, but, bro, offensively, dude, it is brutal. Like, baseball's got to figure something out here. Now, one of the things that I'm most intrigued at, because I don't want to have a whole lot of legislation in the game. I mean, I've already told you, that I hate the 7-inning baseball thing for doubleheaders. Yes. I hate the runner starting on second base in extra innings. I'm definitely more of a purist, but I am all for speeding up the games. I would love for 9-inning games to always average just under 2.5 hours. And I think you can get there by doing other things within the game. The pitch clock, having the robots call the balls and strikes so it's more consistent. I think that also helps the hitting. If hitters know and if everybody knows, if the pitchers and the hitters both know exactly what the strike zone is going to be, then that is going to, it's going to help both of them. It's going to help batters, so batters know exactly what they have to swing at and don't. They have the same strike zone all the time. That will help them. Also will help the pitchers because with the same strike zone all the time, now pitchers can focus on their craft and painting the edges of the plate. It's better for everybody if you have a consistent strike zone. Having blue collar right now is just an absolute mess. It's not necessary. Technology has taken us to a point where we don't need them anymore to call balls and strikes. But I will tell you this. The balls in play thing is a big deal. Like, bro, you look at box scores right now. Look at how many games, when it's all said and over, 4 hits for a team, 5 hits for a team. It's insane. Like, I love pitching, but baseball is also about putting the ball in play. And the beauty of how when you're watching a baseball game, everybody is all set. The only 2 people that are moving is the pitcher and the catcher, just slightly, more, wind up, little move behind the plate. And then all of a sudden, the bat makes contact with the ball. And all of a sudden, everybody on the field starts moving.
That crack of the bat.
Right? I mean, and that doesn't happen anymore. No. Listen, I'm not a fan of the shift. And I understand the whole, well, then just learn to hit to the opposite side of the field. That's great in theory, but here we are, 10, 15 years into the shift, and no one's doing that.
Yeah.
None of these hitters are focusing on hitting to the opposite side into the hole of the shift. All they're worried about is their launch angle, what sort of what upper degree they've got their bat going at, and it's all about home runs and walks. No one cares about a single anymore.
No, because you get paid for home runs.
But, dude, it's making the game unwatchable. Do you realize how boring it is when all they're doing offensively is just trying for a home run? It's insane.
Definitely. And like you were talking about the pitching thing, there was one game, and I think it was in college, last week or the week before, all the outs, all 27 outs were strikeouts.
Detroit finished April with a team batting average of 199.
Oh, my. What's
the
record
all-time
right
low? The all-time low, the 1910 Chicago White Sox at 211. The dead ball. You now have a batting average in the era of the live ball that is lower than the worst ever average in the era of the dead ball. Like, bro, there's a major. Just 16.6% of pitches have been put in play this season. Yeah.
That does make it unwatchable.
Last year, it was 18.6. I'm sorry, no, I'm sorry. The 16.6 matches last year. The all-time low was 2015 when it was 18.6. So they're even lower than that. 16. Dude, 1 in 10 balls are being put in play.
That's terrible.
Like, how is that entertaining for somebody to watch? Unless you're Cy Young and you just like watching strikeouts and pitching, how is that entertaining? How are you going to get kids to watch that? I mean, it's boring when there's nobody on base and there's no offense, Major League Baseball. Home runs have dropped from a record 1.39 per team per game in 2019 to 1.28 in last year's shortened season to now 1.14 this year, lowest since 2015. Now, the one thing that I saw as a solution, and I think they're trying this.
I was going to ask you, what do you think a solution is?
So the one that I've seen that I think may be the most effective solution, and this doesn't, if you want, I have no problem if they want to ban the shift. If they want to ban the shift at this stage, I have no problem with that. I would have liked to have seen batters learn to hit around the shift, but if they're not going to do it, then fine, ban the shift. But I think it's the Pioneer League is going to move the mound back a foot. And what that does is, so if the ball has to travel an extra foot now, it basically reduces how fast it's going. So, and I believe and I don't have it in front of me, but I believe the math was if a pitcher were to throw you a 98 mile per hour fastball right now, if you move it back a foot, that ball now I believe comes in at like 96.5 or something. So it lowers it by 1.5 miles basically, which is they think which is a huge difference for a professional major league hitter, and they think that might help in getting more balls put in play, helping the batters make contact more often. But this is a serious issue right now, because as this is happening, you've got the average fastball velocity going up and up. 2015 it was 92.9. Now it's 93.5.
I was going to say, some of these arms that are coming into the
So the balls are going faster, and you're still sitting them. They're still the same amount away from the plate. Was it 60 feet 6 inches or whatever that it's always been? So maybe moving it back a foot is the answer. The Associated Press obviously reached out to Rob Manfred and Union head Tony Clark about this story, and both of them said, "Yeah, no, we're not commenting." The two guys that have the most power to possibly fix this situation have no comment because both of them are absolutely useless. They're almost as useless as that GM in Green Bay. So there you go, man. Be interesting to see what. Now, listen, I'm anticipating that these numbers will improve this month because it'll start warming up a little bit. And obviously, folks will. I don't anticipate Francisco Lindor hitting 189 all season long. But this is painting a picture that baseball has got a serious entertainment and offense issue going on with it right now that it needs to address, and it needs to address it now. Not wait a few years, not have a commission. They need to make changes so that next year this stuff is settled. What those changes are, we'll have to wait and see, but we got to take a break. Sports update coming up next. This is Toasted Sports on OnSideRadio.com.
Toasted Sports returns after this.
Hey, it's Big O for EJD Construction, your custom home builder, additions and home remodeling. Our lives have changed. We're making our homes more of an oasis. Call the right place. Call the right people. Eric at EJD Construction for over 16 years. A-rated member of Angie's List and the Better Business Bureau. 305-433-4843. That's 305-433-4843 for EJDconstruction.com.
When you want a perfectly straight smile without braces, you can count on MoodyAsDental.com. A stunning smile is within reach. Learn more about Invisalign. Find out why so many trust the Moody Ass family. Dr. Moody Ass is an inventor and has several patents on innovative surgical instruments that are used around the world. Experience a family environment and trust on a worldwide level. From implants to crowns to a beautiful Invisalign smile. Call 305-821-0231. That's 305-821-0231. Or go to the website at MoodyAsDental.com.
WLESPN. We've got all your sports.
We're live and local.
If you wake up early enough.
You're so bad, honey.
Tune us in, as long as you're not under a bridge.
Or under any power line.
Ain't it awful?
South Florida's choice for sports talk. OnSideRadio.com.
She's kind of a big deal. Some people like to say it's only because of how she looks. She sticks her tongue out a lot. But there's just something about her that makes people do crazy things, like get tattoos of her face, or wait in line for hours just to say hi. Lil Bub is a 2-year-old cat, an Instagram celebrity with a following bigger than some 90s television stars. And it all started because she was adopted. You can't buy a best friend like Lil Bub, but you can adopt one. Help us save them all at bestfriends.org.
Keeping you informed in the world of sports. With an OnSideRadio.com sports update.
The Miami Heat pick up 2 wins over the weekend, 124-107 over the Cleveland Cavaliers on Saturday, and 121-111 over the Hornets last night. The Heat have moved into sole possession of 6th place in the conference. The Heat are back at the AAA tomorrow night. First, the Dallas Mavericks tip off 8 o'clock. Your Inter Miami CF, they played Nashville SC to a 0-0 draw yesterday. Inter Miami picked up the point despite being down a host of players. Their next match Sunday, May 9th at Dry Pink Stadium against Atlanta United. The kick set for 1 p.m. Your Florida Panthers, they take on the Dallas Stars tonight at the BB&T Center. The puck drops at 7. And the Marlins, they were swept over the weekend by the Nationals. They welcome the Diamondbacks into Lone Depot Park starting Tuesday night. You're listening to South Florida's only local sports talk station, OnSideRadio.com.
Welcome back to Toasted Sports. To reach out to Toast, dial 888-441-4623. That's 888-441-4623. Back to Toasted Sports.
9:40. Third segment of the 9 o'clock hour. This is Toasted Sports, streaming live on OnSideRadio.com. Hope you're having a good Monday so far. friendly reminder, man, if you're looking to get shot up with a little vax action, we got a vax site here at Drive Pink Stadium here in Fort Lauderdale. No appointment needed. They got the Pfizer vaccine out there. I'm just telling you because they don't have a whole lot of folks showing up, and I believe that they have broken down some of the stuff from last week. It's not as big of an operation.
They've downsized,
which leads me to believe that they may not be doing it here that much longer. So if you are looking to get pricked, I got the Pfizer myself. All good. I have no fear now. I know I can go ahead and live my life, and if I happen to contract the corona, it's not going to send me into the hospital and stick a tube down my throat for for whatever. So that's all I was looking for. Moving on. So last week there was some controversy within the Florida State Legislature. You saw De'Ara King, Manny Diaz were tweeting about this stuff. So we have the name, image, and likeness law that was supposed to take effect in the state of Florida beginning on July 1st of this year, allowing college athletes to go ahead and make money off of their name, image, and likeness, whether it be endorsing a local car dealership or whatever the endorsement is. We saw Master P's son. Master P has already negotiated some $2.5 million worth of deals for his son, who's about to start playing basketball at Tennessee Tech. Tennessee Tech, $2.5 million worth of endorsement deals. Now, granted, not everybody's got Master P and his connections as a dad, but so there was a lot of talk because when Florida went ahead and voted on this thing, they changed the date to 2022. And that pissed people off, and why is this happening? Well, now it's been pushed back to July 1st of 2021. But this is the cool thing, that in the Florida bill, they added a line, and because they have a feeling that with this thing starting July 1st, the NCAA may threaten to punish some of these students because the NCAA hasn't come up with their whole thing yet. So the Florida bill says that if the NCAA tries to punish players for making deals, Florida's state universities can withdraw from the NCAA. There you go. There you go. Hey, Mark Emmert, ball's in your court now, bitch. How about that?
Emmert.
There you go, there, buddy. You just got that big contract extension. Now what you gonna do?
Slap him in the face.
There you go. There you go. Now, obviously, that would not affect Miami. They are a private school, but that would affect Florida. Florida State, UCF, USF. So, yeah, man. Be interesting to see what happens. But it was cool to see Manny Diaz throw out a tweet in support of the kids. De'Ara King also throwing out a tweet saying, yo, what's going on with this? Obviously, that kid's in line to make some cash this year.
I'll say you probably make more this year.
Listen, man, I mean, it'll be in time for this season. De'Ara King, the stud of this Miami, leader of this Miami football team, the deepest football team we've had in a number of years. There's money on the table for him. Absolutely. I can see him pitching cars. I can see him in commercials during the season, for whatever big dealership down here. 100%.
Especially a good season.
Absolutely, bro. I can absolutely. Well, I mean, listen, you'll have to sign them up before the season starts. But absolutely, you're going to see De'Ara King promoting stuff this year. That's going to be awesome.
It's the king of deals.
This is awesome. This is should have been done a long time ago. It's good stuff, and I love the fact that the NCAA basically is being told what to do here. Like they're not going to be. They're going to follow whatever. This is what you're going to do now, or we're going to leave you. And I love it. I love it. Put it all on them. They're such a crap organization. They've been greedy bastards this whole time. About time the kids start getting some cash. About time they start getting some cash. Now check this out. This is some breaking news. The Marlins have announced that they will host. Oh yeah, okay, all right. Here we go. The Marlins will host a fan sweepstakes, where one winner will have a personalized bobblehead made and featured in the Bobblehead Museum at Lone Depot Park for the remainder of the season. Winner will be announced June 1st. I don't know how you enter this, but that's a tweet that just went out.
What is that?
Yeah. The Marlins will make a bobblehead of you. Interesting.
You already had to purchase season tickets.
I don't. Well, that's going to be a very limited amount of people they'll be choosing from. Marlins did not have a good weekend.
And they decide to announce this after they get swept on the weekend.
Yeah, just not a good Listen, man, this team. Let's see. So how many? Let's see. We had one run yesterday.
It wasn't good.
Then we had 2 runs on Saturday, so that's 3. On Friday we had one, so that's 4 runs.
You know what this tells me?
So that's 4 runs in 3 games.
Duvall's in a slump,
bro. I mean, listen, we knew that this was going to be a team that was going to struggle offensively. But listen, and I'm serious. This is why I brought it up last week. If you're scoring 4 if you're averaging just over 1 run a game, with all due respect, it's unwatchable product. I understand the pitching, and I understand the pitchings. These young pitchers are great. That's fine, but I need to see offense too. I mean, this is literally becoming unwatchable. How I don't know how. Like, there's no way the Marlins can have a much better average than the Tigers at 199.
No, well, they've had those 3 or 4 outbursts.
They had those 3. I know they had those 3 games. Yeah,
games,
exactly. So maybe that kind of skewed their numbers.
Yeah, but if they get down by more than 2 runs, most of the
it's
time,
over,
I'm
bro.
like, that's
it's
it.
over.
Game's over.
They're not coming back.
Yeah,
they're not coming back. This isn't a team that hits home runs, and I mean, this is so. Bro, this is 1 month in.
Yeah, we had Aguilar that went on that streak where he had 5 home runs in 6 days.
Yeah, but outside of that, there's nothing happening. This is a struggle. This is gonna be tough to watch. I mean,
and we got Marte and Anderson and all them on the DL.
Yeah,
IL.
I don't think anyone I think we knew that we'd be lacking in offense. I don't think anyone thought it would be quite this bad.
Yeah, I can't think that they thought it was going to be this bad going in. I mean,
hopefully they'll start to warm up as the weather warms up elsewhere. But listen, that's why I was saying, just for the mentality of these pitchers, so they don't get so depressed and despondent by not getting any run support, and they're so young. I mean, don't you owe it to them to maybe make some sort of a move and get some sort of a bat in here? Not a huge one, but just put forth the effort so they know that this isn't acceptable, that, all right, this is worse than we thought it was going to be. We have to bring somebody in here. We have a great farm system. We can move a piece or two to bring in a bat that is ready for the major league level that can help us out a bit and show some love to these pitchers because, bro.
In that same light, though, is there a team that can, I guess, give up a bat at this point with
listen,
as
man,
much struggle
I'm
going
sure.
on?
I mean, listen, I'm sure you look at some of the bottom dwellers. I mean, you look at some of the teams in the bottom right now that don't have good farm systems like Texas and stuff. I'm pretty sure you could make a move to find a slightly above average bat out there, which is all I'm not talking about a stud, an all-star, but just something to, just show a little love. I mean, I don't know how the confidence level of these young – I'm just worried that the confidence level of these young pitchers will be permanently broken or hurt by the fact that they could be sitting through a whole 162-game season where they're getting 1.4 runs of support a game. I mean, talk about just despondent and depression. I don't know how you stay optimistic and engaged when that's going on around you. We'll take a quick break. Big day. It's Monday, which means the NBA boys will be coming in after me. Inside the Paint, Ira Ethan, going to be talking about the red-hot Miami Heat, who are now 5 games over 500. We'll take a break. This is Toasted Sports on OnSideRadio.com.
Toasted Sports returns after this.
Hey, it's Big O for EJD Construction, your custom home builder, additions and home remodeling. Our lives have changed. We're making our homes more of an oasis. Call the right place. Call the right people. Eric at EJD Construction for over 16 years. A-rated member of Angie's List in the Better Business Bureau. 305-433-4843. That's 305-433-4843 for EJDConstruction.com.
Hey, it's Toast. Last year when I had PGT custom windows and doors installed in my house by B&T Windows and Doors, I knew about the hurricane protection. What I didn't know? The silence. Oh my goodness, my house is so quiet now. One of those cars goes tearing down the street with the crazy loud muffler. Yeah, I don't hear it anymore. It's unbelievable. I didn't realize how noisy my house was beforehand. You've got to get PGT custom windows and doors installed in your pad today. Call B&T Windows and Doors, 954-233-0126. That's 954-233-0126.
When you want local sports, 1260 WLESPN.
We're live and local.
Yes, what she said.
Well, it's what they wrote.
Look at it this way, honey.
Oh no, here we go.
At some point, this was all live, and wherever it came from, it was local there.
You get that look whenever you stretch the truth or when you need your laxative.
Ain't it awful? South Florida's choice for sports talk. OnSideRadio.com.
Now that it's springtime, it's only getting hotter here in South Florida. Make sure your AC in your home or business is running smoothly by investing in a preventative maintenance plan from M&S Air Conditioning. And M&S is a Mitsubishi Diamond Elite contractor. When you purchase a new Mitsubishi electric mini split system, you'll get a 12-year warranty. Or install a high-efficiency polarized air filter in your AC unit that captures and destroys biological contaminants to improve air quality. M&S Air Conditioning have been providing prompt, honest, and reliable service for over 30 years. Schedule service or call to get more info on our preventative maintenance plans. Call 954-421-3680 or visit ac-florida.com.
BYB Extreme Bare Knuckle Fighting Series presents BYB 5. Saturday, May 15th at the fair at Taniami Park. Meet Dada 5000. See bare knuckle brawlers fight live in BYB's patented triangle ring. The Trigon. The smallest and most confrontational ring in combat sports. Early action includes slap fights as seen on YouTube. Buy your tickets now at BYBtickets.com for BYB 5. Saturday, May 15th. Doors open at 6 p.m. BYB is proudly sponsored by BMCHam.com. Your choice for gold and silver. BMCHam.com.
Inter Miami CF fans, join us at our new home this season for all away games as we broadcast live at Dangerous Minds Brewing Company, 1901 North Federal Highway in Pompano Beach. Join Big O and Alex Dono for the live pregame, halftime, and postgame shows while we watch the games. Enjoy meticulously brewed beer on site, delicious artisanal pizzas, live music, and giveaways. So, the new home for all Inter Miami road games is at Dangerous Minds Brewing Company at the Pompano City Mall, where they'll feature all the Inter Miami games. Follow them on Twitter at Dangerous Minds B and Facebook and Instagram at Dangerous Minds Brewing, and visit them at dangerousmindsbrewing.com.
If you're looking for a change from the everyday restaurant, then you need to get to Checkers Old Munchin German Restaurant in Pompano Beach. Brats, Wiener Schnitzel, homemade potato pancakes, pretzels with mustard, and lots of German beer. And with daily specials, there is something for everyone. If you're up for a challenge, you should take their famous boot tour. Finish 30 boots of different varieties of German beer, and you'll receive half price on their beer for life. And you'll get to take home your own boot and Checkers Old Munchin t-shirt. They also have outdoor seating available in their new beer garden with live music, as well as carry-out, curbside pickup, and delivery. So, for the finest German food and beer, get over to 2209 East Atlantic Boulevard in Pompano Beach. Follow them on Facebook and Instagram at Checkers Old Munchin Restaurant, or call them for reservations at 954-785-7565. That's 954-785-7565. We'll see you at Zagat-rated Checkers Old Munchin German Restaurant in Pompano Beach.
Now back to Toasted Sports. To reach out, send a text to 844-416-8123. That's 844-416-8123. Here's Toast.
Final segment, Toasted Sports on this Monday morning. Streaming live high above Dry Pink Stadium here in Fort Lauderdale. You can check us out on OnSideRadio.com, YouTube, and Twitch. Fantasy baseball league that we got going on here. It's myself, it's O, and then a bunch of listeners. It was a big week for the entire league this week because we had some folks kind of separate themselves. So I am, after being 500, I've now jumped into first place there, Sean. Yeah, had a big week. I went 8-1-1.
Oh, you're the only one playing, huh?
That jumped me up. Second place in my division, and my opponent this week, Orlando Alzagiri. A game and a half behind me.
We got to have updates of this.
Mm-hmm. So we will be going head-to-head all week long on our ESPN Fantasy Baseball League. Two of us in first and second place in the East Division. I have a game and a half lead on him. So, yep.
Trying to chip away
there
at that.
There we go, baby. So see how my boys can do this week.
I fell below 500 this week.
You did?
Yeah, not good.
Which team is yours?
No, in mine.
In yours,
yeah.
Okay.
Although I think I'm gonna take a team depending on what you find out.
Yeah, I gotta see. I gotta check out these teams that got their ass handed to them and see if these owners are actually active right now. And so we may have a couple of openings.
I wish I wasn't active with the ass whooping I got this week.
Yesterday was an interesting day. I was all excited because I like it on the weekends. I get my entire sports all planned out. I'm a big fan of European sports, so I had my Formula One Portuguese Grand Prix started me off Sunday morning. I start watching that at 8:30 in the morning. It's freaking awesome. And then that was going to lead right into Derby Day for me, Liverpool versus Manchester United.
Ooh.
That didn't end up happening. So Liverpool Man United was supposed to go down at Old Trafford in Manchester. And because of the Super League debacle that happened a few weeks ago, it was really the tipping point for Manchester United fans. They have hated the ownership group that they have had for, excuse me, about 10, 15 years now. It's the Glazer family, the owners of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And when they bought Man United, they did the whole leverage debt buyout or whatever, and it's just fan base has been horrified by the way they have by the way they have run the club over all these years of their stewardship. They haven't won anything since Sir Alex Ferguson walked away in terms of Premier League trophies. And so the fan base decided that we're going to do a protest because we want the Glazers out. We want to force them to sell their interest in the team, and so we can get a new owner. In Europe, they do this a lot. You never see this in American sports, but in Europe, you can protest the ownership and try to force them with all the bad PR to just get the hell out of Dodge and sell the team. Well, during the protest yesterday, a small segment of the fan base decided to, being outside ain't good enough. Let's break into the stadium right before the game is supposed to start, like a couple hours beforehand. And they invaded the pitch, about a few hundred people, climbing up on the goals, kicking balls around. They broke some of the gates and smashed a couple of windows or whatever. And so they ended up clearing the field and clearing the pitch, but then realized, we can't have the game because the front gate's been broken, so folks could just storm the field again. We wouldn't be able to stop them. So that was postponed. We'll have to find out when they're going to do a makeup there, but there was some a fan revolt happening in Europe. And reminder, the reason why the Super League didn't happen is because of the fan revolt that happened a few weeks ago. And so now this is just a fan revolt built on top of that fan revolt because Manchester United fans have been looking for a reason to get rid of the Glazers for a long-ass time. And props to Jay Glazer, NFL insider for Fox News. Bro, just because he has the same last name doesn't mean he's the owner or his family's the owner of Man United. Man United fans taking shots at Jay Glazer on Twitter. Taking shots at Jay Glazer because he's the owner. Dude, Jay Glazer had to tweet out, hey, idiots, use Wikipedia. I was born in Brooklyn. I'm an MMA guy, NFL insider. I do not own your soccer team. My family does not own your soccer team. Good God. My family does not own the Tampa Bay Buccaneers as well. Oh, yeah, as long as the name is the same, must be you. All right, we got to get out of here. Ethan Skolnick, Ira Winderman coming up next. Inside the Paint, the latest on everything in the NBA and the Heat coming up next exclusively on OnSideRadio.com.
Hey, what's up? It's Toast, and I've been telling you guys all about my buddies over at B&T Windows and Doors. And some of you said, hey, listen, Toast,